Ani, Oche, Sego, Wabiska with the Anishinabek. I've just been asked to give a short little little video to explain that the letters that people have got, my resignation, are from me, by me, for me, in this time of interest. As you know, I had major brain surgery, traumatic brain injury, back in 2018, and I've been essentially in recovery since then. And I've had 3 bouts of COVID and another incident that hospitalized me. It's not something that one likes to talk about, is your physical condition, especially when you're an elder. Myself, 72 years. You don't want to talk about it, but I think it's germane to talk about it. Just now, 20 years ago, a few weeks past, I resigned from acting senior scientific advisor of Indian Affairs to assist in the reestablishment of now called the ASMIN-AIN. It was the Algonquin Metis Aboriginal tribe and the Anishinabek tribe, because we've had 3 other attempts of corporate takeover of our nation. I resigned from them to move forward on our issues because the Poly case was heard and it identified there was Métis rights in Eastern Canada, basically on the Sault Ste. Marie area. And it's all part of my historic ancestral territories. So we reestablished the nation and to move forward, and we've been working, and we put a comprehensive claim into the governments of Canada, the Queen, and the United Nations. And the Queen responded, and then we had an initial talk with the lawyers for Indian Affairs, and they said they really didn't have a Métis land claim policy at that time, and the only way we could go forward is if I sue the government so that they would get into negotiation for treaty. Well, after at that time, the latest corporate name theft, we changed the name, and the nation, my community, refiled under our new name to the government of Canada and the Queen. The Queen responded in 8 weeks, instructing the Governor General to get the government of Canada to begin negotiations with me, and I've said this in some of the other videos. The Harper government began talking with us, and then Trudeau got elected, and he's refused to meet with us, talk with us, or anything ever since he got elected. So that's where we're at. So we eventually, through the Indian lands claim, they said again they were supposed to do a policy of Métis land claims, and nothing's ever happened, and they fired the guy they got to do that. Métis land claim policy development. So in 2018, I had the traumatic brain injury, major surgery, and I've been in recovery since. And in that process, through the Kinniqui, another nation, Glenn was working on a case to bring back, I believe it was 12 children. And we were trying to do that, and then Glenn understood what we were trying to do. So he started working with our nation to try to put a couple of court cases in. And he's been the Attorney General to do all that because of his own issues with the Law Society of Upper Canada. So there's where we're at right now. My phone keeps on buzzing. My phone won't stop buzzing. Because it was 20 years, Marie and I decided enough is enough. My health is impaired, and I won't get into that discussion. And I just have to try to enjoy my life as I get older, do some of my Aboriginal crafts, and um, not worry about all this Indigenous rights issues. I thought it was uh, well under control, and so I sent my resignation letter to Glenn. And then the next thing I knew, all these issues came up, which I had no knowledge of because I was not and never have been anything to do with AIN. But it looks like all this alleged corruption is also infiltrated into ASMIN itself, especially on money collection, etc. If you go back to all the videos that I sent, I talked about the fact that I'm just an advisor, give some knowledge on Aboriginal customs and traditions, and it's the clan mothers who are the leaders of the nation, and they make decisions on any constitutional activities or whatever. I just advise and give wisdom, etc. And that's the way it's been, and that's the way it's been since time immemorial. The men are hunting and fishing bosses. So I just wanted to confirm I appointed as Grand Chief my relation, Joanne, as the acting Grand Chief until an election can be heard by or had by the Aboriginal community, not the members. And again, there's community rights and there's Aboriginal rights. Aboriginal rights are determined by treaty with the Crown or reestablished by treaty with the Crown. Community rights is what the community gives to members like relatives, etc., husbands, wives, etc., that are part of the community because they're married into the community or have joined because they want to support Aboriginal community. So ASMIN was developed by myself back in 2004, or when I left the federal government. I was hired there with not any competition, sole source because of my Aboriginal lineage and my expertise as an environmental biologist. So I want to thank everybody that's going through this turmoil right now to figure out the truth of what's going on in ASMIN and the AIN, and trying to get to the bottom of it, to get some clarity and some honesty and truth. I have retired and I'm supposed to be resting and recuperating and not involved in all this intrigue, but it needs to be done, and I really appreciate everybody who's worked to advance the rights of Indigenous people and trying to go in a good way, which is the customs of Aboriginal communities. The other thing is when you could be needed or not needed, we have the walk-in wear ceremony where people who are not going in a good way with our community, they're supposed to walk away or get sanctioned by the community. I think that's the activities that are going on right now. So anyhow, I just wanted, it's a little longer than I expected, but I just wanted to say I really appreciate all that are working for clarity, for honesty and truth, and to bring in focus, which I did a while ago with the Law Council, that you have to go by the grandfather's teachings. And I don't think what's been happening lately is being cognizant in any way by the other alleged players, the grandfather teaching. So anyhow, I just wanted to comment that those, I sent Glenn, sent him the initial resignation email, and then the letter took a while to get that orchestrated to go out. So there you go. I wish everybody a wonderful evening, and keep the faith that the Creator is blessing you all, and you're going to go in a good way to effect the truth. And with that, I'll say, miigwech, 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 and which is a good day. Okay, thank you.